Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation podcast, Festival and Fair Edition. We're with Lisa Bakerink from Springfield, Missouri with Chamber of Commerce. You guys host a number of events through the year. Lisa, thanks for being on with us.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Tell us a little bit about you, Lisa, where you grew up, and just talk a little bit about your career and your position now with the Chamber.
Sure. Yeah, I grew up on a farm in Iowa. I was a farm kid all my life until I got married, and I've held a variety of positions. I've worked in the hospitality field, both in hotels and restaurants, and then I also have been in the nonprofit field in disability, in gardening, and also in my current position with Springfield Sister Cities.
Okay. All right. And so tell us what the Sister Cities organization does.
Yeah, so Sister Cities, we're part of Sister Cities International, and I'm the director of the Springfield chapter, Springfield Sister Cities. And we exist to break down cultural barriers, provide opportunities to meet people from other cultures, and build friendships. And that's our purpose. So we do that through events and through travel and interviews like this.
Very good. And so what similarities in the positions that you've held in the past to the position that you have now? What are the similarities there for you that made you a good fit for this position?
Well, I think, in just nonprofit experience, when you work with a board of directors, it's good to have some knowledge and experience in that. My role at Friends of the Garden and my role now, we're partner organizations. So there are some similarities in that we both support the Japanese stroll garden here in Springfield and, other areas in our botanical gardens as well.
Okay. All right. Very good. So let's talk about a couple of the events that you have coming up in 2023. I know we talked about the Kite and the Pinata Festival.
Yeah.
We can talk about that a little bit. Also the Gigs in the Garden and your Fall Festival. Give us a little idea of what those look like.
Sure. So we have two sister cities, one in Isesaki, Japan, and the other in Tlaquepaque, Mexico. And the Kite and Piñata Festival is a celebration of spring and of both of those cultures and the cities. So we have kite flying out on our great lawn here at the Botanical Gardens, along with piñata whacking and events that relate to both Japan and Mexican culture, including performances from people on stage. And it's a great event because you have all these kites flying in the background as you're watching the stage performances, and it's really cool. Gigs in the Garden is just the way it sounds. It's just a chill event. You can grab a glass of beer or wine and just sit back and listen to great local artists perform at our Peace Through People Pavilion, which is really great too. And then our Japanese Fall Festival in September is a celebration, of course, of our relationship with Isesaki and Japanese culture. It takes place in our beautiful Mizumoto Japanese stroll garden, and we have great live performances that we bring in from all over the country and sometimes even from Japan. So this past year we had Uzamaru, which is a Yosakoi dance team, and then we had Samurai Sword Soul, which was really popular, especially with the kids. Yeah, it's just a great event. Lots of great Japanese food and vendors and stage performances.
Lisa, what is the most rewarding part of your position?
The most rewarding part for me is the places I get to travel and the people I get to meet. And I have, friends around the world. And I think the unique thing about Sister Cities is, especially when you travel with Sister Cities and even attend our events, is you get experiences that you wouldn't get as a normal tourist. And the relationships that we've forged over 36 and over 19 years with each city, allows us certain privileges to see real areas of Japan, real families, eat tamales at Paco Padilla's. There's just really tremendous benefits to travel with Sister Cities. And like I said, the relationships or friendships that are formed immediately and are lasting. And that's incredible.
Oh, that's great. What are some of the what are some of the highlights from past events that you've had that really stand out for you?
Yeah, I think, when we have people come from Mexico, musical performers, there's, always they're so tremendously talented. And as part of our mission, so we have fundraising events when they're here, but as part of our mission, we also bring them to schools to perform so that the school children have an opportunity to learn about culture. And those are probably my favorite, when you watch the kids interact with our musicians or our performers like Samurai Sword or Paco Padilla. I mean, their reaction to them is so heartfelt and so genuine. And I love being able to provide that opportunity, especially to the school children.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay, couple fun questions. I'm a live music guy. I'm an entertainer. In your lifetime, and not just in regards to your events, but in your lifetime, what's the best performance, the best concert you've ever seen?
You know, I would have to say Coldplay.
Oh yeah. Where did you see them at?
Well, I saw them, I think 3 times, once in St. Louis, once in Oklahoma, and once in Chicago. So
very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it was really
okay.
good.
So a little different form of that question. If you could bring any act to Springfield, Missouri, dead or alive, at one of your events, money's no issue, who would you bring?
Well, I think from Japan, I would bring sumo wrestlers.
Okay.
And to represent Mexico, I think it'd be really awesome to have Carlos Santana here.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That would be spectacular.
Yeah. It'd be amazing.
Absolutely. Lisa, thanks for being on with us today. How can people find out more about what you do at Sister Cities?
Yeah, they can find us on our website, peacethroughpeople.org, all spelled out, peacethroughpeople.org. And then on Facebook, we're at Springfield Sister Cities.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being on with us today, Lisa.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine.